Chief?
Chief of the nation!
Chief of the nation! Pare Kuripayo, Yande, Pare Kuripayo, Yande, oh yo, I say, I mean, vengeance from the nation. The wild create, and we don't bow down, not on that ground, because our love.
Well, talking about the Mardi Gras Indian, we're not too familiar with this. What is the Mardi Gras Indian?
Well, it's like we do, kind of like the suit I'm making. My daddy was a chief.
He was?
And my mother's son, which was my mother's uncle, was a chief as far back as they could go. As far back as anybody living that could remember, his name was Biquet. Just called him Biquet. Biquet. And he's the one that started the tribe, the first tribe there in New Orleans on Mardi Gras was called the Creole Wild West. Because he was a Creole. It all started around this neighborhood. It's an old neighborhood here. My mother knew about this fight they used to do. Every year, she pinned a scapula. Every year, she can't go to sleep till she gets that boy back. And they say, yeah, he's here. And this tambourine is what you sing your tribe out Mardi Gras Day. You send them out and you open your practice. You have a practice. When they get around the carnival season, the first Sunday after New Year is the carnival season. Then you have each tribe have the separate practice. Because a long time ago they used to fight. So they couldn't practice together because they were enemies. They just fought like that because they thought that was to be an Indian you had to fight. It was against a game being played out there. It used to be a very serious game a long time ago. During the old days when they was fighting. When my spy boy signaled to me that a tribe is coming, everybody tighten up. I tell my second line, look here, we getting ready to meet somebody. We got a game we gonna meet. I'm a chief. When I meet another chief, he's supposed to make me get on my knees. You know, and Creole, umba mean what? Down. Huh?
Même-moi pas.
Umba.
That's where it comes.
Get on your knees. Now, how could I kneel with all this on me in that big crown? That's an insult. So then you tell them, I don't kneel on. And that's when the fighting starts. That's what starts the fight. You meet your umba.
You were talking about the spy boy dance.
Spy boy, yeah.
What's that?
Well, the spy boy is the one, he's way up 3 blocks from the chief. And he's got a pair of binoculars on him, and he's looking to see if he sees some feathers, other tribes coming. And if we see other tribes coming, he got the dance he do like that, trouble coming. And then the flag boy, get that flag, and he make the sign to me, start doing that with the flag, and I know we getting ready to meet somebody. So I know 3 blocks ahead that I'm getting ready to meet somebody. And that tribe, they got their spy boy doing the same thing. So when you get ready, one tribe get ready to meet another one, man, they're uptight. If the guy carrying a gun to protect me, get close to me, and the other guy, they're doing the same thing.
And you're one of the chief who helped to stop all that violence?
I am the chief that stopped the violence with the gun. You want to beat me? Get prettier than me. Be prettier than this. That's what I told him. And right now today, the average guy don't care how ragged he is. And I have pictures with other chiefs looking at me like, oh man, oh look at this. And they got a suit on too. But they're all excited over mine. I kept them excited. That's how I got to be who I am.
Steve Wolfram talked to Montana's son, who's preserving his father's legacy in a very real way.
This was my father's best suit, not best suit aesthetically, but it meant more to him because he had worn it more than any other suit that he had ever made. This same suit is the statue that's in Congo Square. I am the son of Big Chief Allison Tootie Montana. Whatever I've ever done with these hands and with my mind as it relates to the culture, I look at it as me being an extension of him.
And we don't bow down.
My daddy always incorporated lace work in his work. You know, this is like beyond the call. It's enough just doing these pieces here, but he would sit down and put all these pearls on wire. He said, Darryl, you know how I got to be who I am? He said, because I mass every year, and every year I try to be pretty.
I have the way the old Indian did, the way my dad did it. You make the suit, you wear it, it's carnival, you wear it St. Joe's, after that it's over with. Nowadays, everybody trying to make money. I had a trade, and that's what I depend on for my money.
My daddy was a wire latherer. In mostly all the elaborate buildings in the city, his work is there. In fact, the logo for the Le Pavillon Hotel on the front of the hotel, that's my daddy's work. Jack's Brewery, all of that beautiful artwork on the outside of the building, that's my daddy's work. The Audubon Tea Room, the dome ceiling and all, that's my daddy's work. In fact, he incorporated his trade into his suits. So he was the one that started this three-dimensional stuff. I remember we had been planning. We were meeting in the uptown area of the city. I was working a summer camp across the river. And I told one of my coworkers I was rushing to hurry up and get off so I can go home and take a bath to make it to the city council chamber when the situation happened. And I said to my coworker, I said, we're gonna make history today. Never thought.
It was an evening for unity, for the Mardi Gras Indians to voice their concerns in front of the city council and the New Orleans police. Big Chief Allison Tootie Montana, the spiritual leader of the Mardi Gras Indians for 52 years, spoke of his early days and confrontations with police.
Don't look at them. They was trying to block the whole street, but they didn't have enough of them. I said, just whatever opening you can get through, go ahead on through. And every year they'd be there. I had that problem.
Montana was composed as he spoke, what would become his last words.
Go ahead, Chief, take your time.
That was huge. That was purely civil rights moment, you know, to come up against so much that so many people had fought for in the streets. You know, we think of other issues when it comes to civil rights, but being able to just walk down the street and celebrate within your own community, unfortunately, you know, it was his demise in the end, but it just goes to show how strong a person it took.
This is a suit I did in 2007, and I did a replica I copied a picture of my father. And this is him in his last suit. In fact, if you look at this here, this is a replica of the other suit that I just showed you. That's my work. And I had it where the arms moved and everything. So it was like, this is the first suit I made after my father's death.
You could definitely feel a change in the city and a change in the neighborhoods around the whole culture. It's almost like now we're welcome with, you know, when they see Indians or even baby dolls or skulls or, you know, everything is opened up for. He really did a remarkable thing, and he changed the culture and just flung the doors open, you know. So people need to see his work. They need to know his legacy, his history, all the things he's done around the city, you know, just the depth of it. It's not just in the suit, the humanness of it.
I feel very proud to be his son.
While carrying on such a beautiful legacy,
Yeah.
Daryl Montana continues the tradition as chief of the Yellow Pocahontas Indian tribe.
Yeah, his goal